The hunters complain that this method is not practical because it takes a long time for them to recharge their mana, even for elves, but Citri has the solution for that. She takes out a special medicine and pours a few drops in Marietta's mouth, making her wake up with a jolt and then pass out from the horrible taste of the medicine. Citri tells everyone that Marietta's mana capacity has increased with this, and it has been recharged as well. She says that this is how Lucia became so strong, explaining that she was not born with the overwhelming power, and she worked hard and drank this medicine a lot to reach where she is now. Everyone is shocked to learn this, even Cry, who never knew that Lucia had to go through this after charging his relics. After that, Citri begins to taunt the elves, asking if they cannot do what Lucia did despite being a race that is proud of their magic. The two elves take up the challenge, and Citri calls her chimera with a bag containing all of Cry's relics. Chris begins charging them one by one, and the other mages from the clan also get to work so that they can become stronger. After that, Cry and Citri go to Liz's place, and this shameless bitch comes out of the bath because she forgot her towel outside. Citri closes Cry's eyes so that he doesn't see his sister naked before her, and after a bit of tussle, Cry tells Liz that he was planning to throw a party to celebrate her and Citri's safe return. Liz wants to hug Cry for that, but Citri manages to hold her back, and then Cry tells Tino that she is also going to come with them. They go to a restaurant to eat and drink, and Liz and Citri keep arguing with each other all the time. Citri challenges her sister to a drinking game, and spikes her drink while she is not looking. However, Cry decides to switch their jugs, and Citri has to drink the spiked drink. She gets hammered really quickly because of that and begins lashing out at Cry for considering her nothing more than a walking purse. She asks him if he even remembers how much money he owes her, and then says that he can always pay it back with his body. Before she can make a move on him, Liz pounces on her and pins her to the ground. Suddenly, they hear a commotion, and it turns out that one of the treasure hunters bumped into the guy called Arnold, who has a short temper to match his pee-pee size. His lackeys tell everyone to treat him with respect because he is a dragon slayer and a level 7 treasure hunter, and both Liz and Citri are curious about him now. Arnold is on his high horse, and he tells the innkeeper to bring him some booze and girls. Suddenly, Liz walks towards him, saying that she is here to fulfill both his requests. Arnold calls her a brat and tells her to head home, but to his shock, Liz pours the drink on his head. Everyone is horrified at this, and then suddenly, the furious Liz smashes the jug on his head and then stomps on it, calling him weak and undeserving of being a rank 7. Arnold is too furious to even make a move, but then Cry comes there and takes Liz away before apologizing to Arnold about her drunk behavior. The next day, Eva tells Cry more about the hunter Liz assaulted yesterday, and says that their group was clearly at fault for attacking without provocation. She says that they should apologize to Arnold and his party, because he indeed defeated a lightning dragon, and they should not make him an enemy. Cry just hopes that the hit from Liz was enough to make the guy forget anything, but he asks Eva to set up a meeting with Arnold and ask Gark to act as a mediator. Talking about Arnold and the lightning dragon, Cry suddenly says that the dragon would definitely taste heavenly if grilled properly. Eva is shocked to hear that because the entire body of a dragon can be used as precious ingredients, and no one in their right mind would eat it. Cry tells her that Citri once cooked a dragon steak for him, and it was really nice. He keeps rambling about how good lightning dragons must taste, and then tells Eva not to take him seriously because he is just craving meat. On the other hand, Arnold's lackeys are pissed about the treatment at the bar, but he can tell that Liz was really strong. He doesn't want to let the matter slide so easily, so he takes his crew to the guild. The receptionist there asks them if they are here to file a complaint because she heard that they got beaten badly in the bar. The fake-ass Josuke hairstyle guy tells her that they are not here for filing a complaint, but to learn the name of the bitch who attacked their boss. Just then, Gark comes there and tells Arnold that the girl he is looking for is called Liz, and her nickname is Stifled Shadow because of how fast and silent her movements are. Arnold asks him who the hell is he, and Gark introduces himself. He says that he knew that Arnold's party would come to the city soon, and he had already warned Liz's guardian, but apparently he forgot. This makes the lackeys even more furious that someone forgot about their boss, and then Gark tells them that they must have seen Cry at the bar. He tells them that despite his easygoing attitude, Cry is actually a level 8 treasure hunter called 1000 Tricks. The lackeys are terrified to hear this, but Gark assures them that Cry doesn't tolerate bullying, so as long as they promise not to be naughty, he will keep Liz under control. He then says that Cry has actually sent a message for them, and then takes a small slip out of his pocket. It reads that lightning dragon must be really delicious, and Arnold should bring him some. Gark leaves with that, but now Arnold is furious. He takes the message as an insult and a challenge, and tells his men to get ready for a fight. Meanwhile, in his office, Cry tells Eva that the debt he owes Citri has reached 10 digits, and she freaks out on hearing that. Cry waits for her to calm down, and then says that Citri has suggested 2 solutions. The first solution is to throw her in jail, which will erase the point of the debt, but Cry obviously can't do that. The second solution is for him to take her as a bride, because then it would be a case of family expense, and there would not be a debt. Cry jokes that maybe marriage is his only way to erase his debt, but then tells Eva not to be angry because he will pay everything back. She tells him that if he just doesn't rack up more debt, he can pay Citri with the income he gets from his party, but that is going to be hard since the grand auction is coming soon. At the same time, Arnold's lackeys are trying to find information about Cry, but all anyone can tell them is how he has the ability to see the future, and he doesn't even go on a mission anymore because they are too boring. They return to their base and tell this to Arnold, who says that this is all bullshit, and people made these things up because they didn't know the truth. However, he can't deny those rumors since Cry is a level 8 hunter after all. He thinks that he must be a strategist who achieved that rank by commanding his party. Arnold doesn't think that Cry is weak, but he is confident that he can't match a level 7 fighter like himself. Meanwhile, Cry is trying to forget his debt by enjoying the sun, when suddenly, Tino leaps into his balcony because she thought he was smiling at her. She eagerly asks him what can she do for him, and Cry jokingly tells her that he needs some money. She is dejected to hear that, but still offers to lend him some money from her savings. Cry says that he won't take anything from her because he owes a 10-figure debt to Citri. Tino is shocked to hear that, but as Cry tells her that the debt can just go away if he marries Citri, she immediately coughs blood, thinking that Citri is trying to monopolize him. Cry tells her that it was a joke, and then asks her to come on a walk to lighten their mood. On the way, Tino suggests that he go to some high-level vault and find some relics that will earn him a lot of money, but Cry doesn't want to die trying that. At the same time, Arnold and his party are looking for his clan building, and they are shocked when they see him alone in front of them. Cry remembers them from the bar, and the men get ready to beat him up. Tino tells them to bring it on, but they ask her to step aside because they have no business with her. Suddenly, Cry apologizes to the party for what Liz did, and he is ready to go down on his knees if they would like it. Tino can't let that happen, but Cry shuts his mouth, saying that they should really not fight here. Tino frees herself and then tells the party that Cry is not fighting them because he is worried that he might accidentally kill weaklings like them. Cry tells her to stop, but she doesn't and keeps insulting Arnold's crew, which makes him really angry. He shoots down Cry's offer to end things peacefully, and then Cry says that if they are going to fight anyway, they should do it boldly. He goes to the middle of the main street and gains everyone's attention, hoping that there would be some of his clansmen there, but there are none. One of the guys tells him to stop wasting time, and Cry tells him to be patient, calling him Hunter A. The man is shocked because apparently that is his real name, and he asks Cry how did he know it. Arnold tells it to stop falling in the enemy's trap. He confronts Cry, saying that he knows that he rose to level 8 through luck and the power of his friends, and he is really weak by himself. Tino takes offense to that, and tells Arnold that she will not let anyone slander her master. Arnold sees the fire in her eyes, but he knows that she is far away from her potential right now. Tino turns to Cry, asking him permission to fight for his honor, and this buffoon tells her to go ahead. Even Arnold is nervous because he thought Cry would do the smart thing and stop the girl, but he says that since Tino wants it, he will respect her wishes. Tino starts attacking Arnold, who just blocks her attacks. Meanwhile, Cry looks around to see if any strong person from his clan is coming. Tino tells him to look at her, and Cry begins cheering for her, saying that she will surely win if she puts in some effort. This makes Arnold furious, and he slams Tino to the ground, asking Cry who the hell does he think he is. Cry tells him that he is no one special, but he won't let anyone harm his people. He takes out the unique relic that Lucia gave him, and decides to use it to subdue Arnold. He remembers the time he asked Lucia to create a wide-range spell that could subdue an enemy without harming them, and also didn't target any bystanders. Lucia told him that it was an impossible request, but in the end, she came up with just the spell Cry needed. Now, he uses that gravity magic to pin Arnold and his men to the ground. Arnold asks if he is a mage, but Cry says that it is not important what he is. He frees Tino from the effect of his spell and then tells Arnold that if he wants to fight him again, he must follow the proper procedures since he is challenging a clan master. He tells him to defeat the 3 strongest parties in his clan before he challenges him again, and those parties are led by powerhouses like Ark and Sven. Arnold curses him, but then he loses consciousness from the spell.